Hey you guys, it's me Kianna coming at you tonight, and you guys excuse the little wig cap and everything. I know I look like, you know, wee boy from down the street with a do-rag on. But anyway, alright, so you guys see from the title of the video, right? Kind of know where I'm going with this. I'm gonna need people to stop taking pictures of people in their casket at funerals. Like, if it's first of all, it's poor taste, first and foremost. Secondly, if the parent, the wife, the spouse wanted pictures of their loved one in the casket on Facebook, don't you think they would have put it on there? It's tacky, it's disrespectful. See, I come from the era, new school people, they do those pictures and stuff like that at funerals. But I come from old school people where no, we didn't take no pictures at people's funerals. Now, granted, I do know, the background, um, as far as people taking, pictures of the dead and all that. I understand all of that. I learned it in school. I understand all of that, and I know that there are families that do that. There are families that actually want to take pictures of their loved one in a casket, but let them do it. You understand what I'm saying? It's not something that you should automatically assume that you should be able to do. That is something that anybody with half a brain, anybody that has halfway, somewhat of some intelligence, that's like a given that you should know automatically that if that's something that you want to do, to flash a camera while their loved one is in a casket at the funeral, that's something that it's like you automatically should know that you need to ask if that's okay. I'm gonna need you to stop carrying your iPhone, and as soon as everybody turn their head, you snapping away on your phone and uploading it instantly, you know, doing your little check-in. I'm at Philip's funeral home, and you upload a picture like it's a concert. I'm gonna need you to really stop and get that together. I really, really am gonna need you to stop that. I don't understand. It's like people, like our etiquette is just so off the chain. It's so low that it's not even on the radar. Like back in the day, early 80s, late 70s, people had a certain level of etiquette. Like it was almost like we were born with it. Like it was something that somebody didn't have to sit down and tell us, this is what you do. We automatically knew what to do and what not to do. You understand what I'm saying? Some things we just automatically knew was poor taste. We just did. Now, I'm not saying that people didn't still do things they shouldn't have did. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that in this time and age where, you know, you could take a picture and people don't even realize that you're taking a picture of them. I think that at funerals, it's sad. We should put it in the program. No pictures, please. And also, you know how when you first arrive to a funeral, they usually have the person's name on some kind of like sign outside the doors of the funeral or outside the door leading into the church or whatever of the person that's being laid to rest. I think that they should have something there saying no pictures, please. You understand what I'm saying? Because obviously people don't understand that that would be something that you need to ask for permission to do. Not everybody want, the world to see the last time that they see their loved ones, you know, in a casket. Not everybody wants everybody, in the world to see that. And it's just People be putting the videos all up on Facebook, all up on YouTube. It's ridiculous. Nene, and the reason why I'm saying this is because Nene, I've been going through, I have a tendency that because my heart is so tender that I mourn deeply when I see others hurt. And it don't have to necessarily be death. It's I thank God for giving me such a tender heart, because that has enabled me to be able to help people. Um, to be able to go back to the homeless shelter that I was once in 4 years ago, and Chuck and I, our family, feed them. At Christmas time we bring them toys, all the children that's in the homeless shelter, and we're not well off, but we always have done that because that is part of, I believe, part of a ministry that's birthed inside of me. You understand what I'm saying? That's part of my calling. So my heart being tender towards people, it kind of goes with the territory of my calling. So it's kind of like I'm blessed to have it, but then also I have the heart of an intercessory prayer warrior. And sometimes we are burdened down because we carry others on our shoulders. And that means we carry their pain, we carry their joy, we carry their sorrow. And we, of course, we're taught to give it to Christ, and we do. But the flesh side of us, we do mourn for them. So I'm saying all that to say that, for the past week I've been, you guys know I store my videos, and I don't even know when you're going to be seeing this. But you guys haven't seen me live for a minute. And I've been battling because it's one of Nene's friends committed suicide. And you guys know I don't have Facebook, but Nene does. So I've been asking Nene to, keep me updated, and, meaning that, like, the parent of the child that committed suicide, if she's posting anything, if her family's posting anything. We did send flowers to the funeral home and everything like that. And I just been, when things like that happen, I put myself in that position, and I think about how I would feel, and how it, after the funeral, after she went home and everybody was gone, and after the bereavement was over and she had to go back upstairs alone and had to walk past her child's room. I try to, little details like this, I put myself in people's shoes, and I just, it's just I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine. But I branched off on giving you guys background on why I brought up this topic. But um, one of the updates were from someone that went to Nene's old school, and that's what this young man, one of Nene's friends that committed suicide, he went to Nene's old school. And the person that attended the funeral put a picture on Facebook of him in his casket. And when I asked for an update from Nene, she showed me, and it hurt me to my core, first of all, to see him like that. Hurt me to my core, y'all. Because we really have to really love hard, because at any given moment it can be gone like that. We can, say goodbye to our children in the morning and be seeing them in a morgue that night. It, that's why we really, really have to love people. The people that we love, we really have to love them. Love them with our whole heart, through our actions, through our words. We really have to love them completely, because it could be over in the blink of an eye. But anyway, the young lady had went to the funeral and posted a picture. Now, the family of the deceased person, they have been putting updates on Facebook. So obviously, if they wanted pictures of him laying in his casket on Facebook, they would have did it. So I just thought it was poor taste for the young lady to do that. Now, I understand that, she's a young woman, but she's still a woman nevertheless, but she's a young woman. And sometimes, because they're not our generation, as I was stating when I first started the video, I told you that our generation, we just were different. We viewed things differently. We had a little bit more tact. So by her being a younger generation, I understand how she can't grasp right away how that was not appropriate for her to do, especially without permission. But her mother, it's important for us as parents, mothers and fathers, that we instill things like this in our children, because we need to stop focusing on the best palette that's out. We need to stop focusing on the best expensive brushes that's out. We need to stop focusing on, we can do those things. I'm not saying that because I got a million palettes. I got a million shoes. But for us to solely focus on things like that, and let stuff like tact, class, dignity, respect, things like that fall through the cracks. But meanwhile, we up to date on every palette that's out. We're up to date on every Louis Vuitton purse that's out. We up to date, and I'm not saying don't do those things. I'm saying that we can't focus solely on those kinds of things. You understand what I'm saying? Because our children grow up and don't know nothing about dignity, nothing about respect, nothing about being tactful, nothing about carrying themselves with a certain amount of class, a certain amount of grace. They know nothing about those things. You understand what I'm saying? So it kind of made me mad, but then it made me sad, because it's actually people out here that don't understand how we're supposed to respect one another, and when and certain things it's just not appropriate for us to do. So I know I didn't been all over the place with this video, you guys, but it just I just hurt and ache for that mother. And then it really shook me to the core when I seen that young man in his casket. And the reason why I sent the flowers is because I knew that I couldn't handle seeing that, and then I had seen it on Facebook when she showed me. I was like, that was crazy. That was just crazy. And somebody got one time to do that with somebody in my family member. In my family, one. Because then I'm going to have to remind myself what class and grace is. One. I'm mad for the family. But anyway, let me go, you guys. So I'll talk to you guys later. All right, y'all. Be blessed.